solitude or being in loneliness or fulfilling only one's own jobs, meeting only one's own ends, ambitions, fulfilling dreams cannot be necessarily considered to be self centeredness or self obsession or very selfish, hedonistic behavior. But that is solitude, that is self sovereignty, self knowledge, self dependence, self reliance, and self discipline, which we have developed on the basis of decades of hard work, pains, sufferings, betrayals, dedications, ambitions, and which helps us in the achievement of all that we've ever wanted achieved in our lives. And obviously, solitude is not really solitude, it's more than that. Solitude is self sovereignty and self preservation and self security and elevation of the sense of freedom, kindness, understanding, compassion, and the fulfillment of talent, desire, the achievement of ends, meeting of purposes, aspirations in one or another, because everything starts in solitude. Once we have completed ourselves in solitude, once we have attained self knowledge, then everything else also suddenly starts changing in one or another. So, obviously, solitude is important, but solitude cannot be or should not be confused with self centeredness or ego, because it is not, although some people are that way. But the real egoistic, self centered, and self obsessed people are the majorities. They are walking already out there in the society. They are exposed because they cannot live without exposure. They cannot exist without external validation, attention, approval, all of which is transient, conditional, worthless upon social media as well as in reality. They are the real self obsessed and self centered people because they cannot live without exposure. They cannot live without being seen, validated, recognized, successful, wealthy at every step of the way. And that's why they're always on social media. They're always in society exposing themselves because they cannot tolerate being alone or loneliness or solitude. So that is how this differentiation and paradox of self-centeredness and solitude and groundedness and modesty, moderation, discipline, gratitude, dignity works in one or another. So that is it. But then again, self-centeredness cannot be considered to be solitude, and solitude is no self-centeredness, self-obsession either. Neither is it ego, but it's growth, progress, learning, and the real ego, the real self centeredness is actually out there in the society seeking validation, approval, comments, praise, which is worthless, neutral, conditional, transient, anyways, from each other in the society or from the others. So the real arrogant people are the successful, materialistic, open minded people that cannot live without social media, that cannot live without being seen, validated, recognized at every step of the way. They are the real self-centered people, and not the people that don't have anything. They are not interested in anything. They are the real grounded ones because they don't need validation